Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and this week we have a brand new Prophet Orb event for Idle Heroes. Today we're going to be talking about something which is probably going to be new to newer players, but more experienced players who've been playing for a couple of years know exactly what is in store. We are well and truly in what I like to call the slump period. The couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after anniversary, things get quiet and the devs are testing out new reward systems or seeing if some of the older reward systems just aren't good for spenders anymore, because obviously they'll add new stuff approaching anniversary. So this year we've got the Grimoire and we've got the new monster stuff. So DH Games are just trying new ways to give those as rewards. That means we'll get some stinker events for the time being, until we start to get the big stuff like the Mid-Autumn Festival, and then once we push into September and October, we're going to get loads of really good rewards and really nice events, obviously pushing all the way up to Christmas, so that's going to be really exciting. But for now, the late summer period is a little quieter, and that's just normal. It's just a healthy part of the ecosystem of the game. So today we're going to be talking about this week's event and why it's not that fantastic as far as events go. As well, before we look at that, if you need one-to-one advice in Idle Heroes, go ahead and join our Discord. You can find our Discord server in the description below, and there, also through our Twitch channel, we will do things called account reviews. You send screenshots of your account and I will help you one-to-one with the things you're struggling with. One way to get fast-tracked into that is to back me on Patreon. That will, assuming you link Discord and Patreon, give you permission to sign up for those account reviews on a Tuesday. So that's every Tuesday through our Discord, and by being someone who has permission, either through subscribing on Twitch or backing me on Patreon, like up there, whatever way it is, you get yourself permission to sign up, send screenshots, and get one-to-one advice. And those streams are really good. Even if you are just not someone who's going to be signing up, you will learn a lot. We talk about Mockman accounts, Aspen accounts, there's people sometimes with Williams, even some guys at the moment actually using Asmodel the Dauntless as a main damage dealer as well. We'll see Vulcan accounts, late game people like myself using Alakita, loads of crazy strategies out there that you guys can learn about through account reviews, and you can see what other players are up to. So join us on a Tuesday for that. Links to both Discord and Twitch are in the description. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump in and check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. So this week is a Prophet Orb event, so every day for logging in, we're going to get a Prophet Orb. On top of that, we're going to get 5 sweet lollipops. That's very, very standard stuff. You'll also find if you bought any of those cards during anniversary, you'll have rewards for that flowing through as well. Now, the main part of this week's event can be found here, and you'll see stuff from last week's event actually carrying on over. So we have the Beach Paradise, so make sure you go ahead and spend those fishing hooks that you managed to get, and you can also use universal crystals to bump up your totals. I think the best things to go for here, if you can, are probably just the orange chest. Everyone should have gotten an orange chest for free with this, and maybe you want to push up for a pink chest. That could be something you can do with universal crystals. Maybe you even want to push up for an artifact chest if you can, to get something like a Demon Bell, one of the more rare artifacts in the game. But if you can't do that, just getting an orange chest is completely fine, and then spending the rest of your stuff on Heroic Summon Scrolls is probably your best move, as Heroic Summon events do give the best rewards for players. Now, moving on down, we have our value packages. These are offering gems, and they give you Prophet Orbs, as well as sweet lollipops and treasure coupons. So in a vacuum, these are pretty good. Getting treasure coupons from any of these is always a good time for a value pack. So if there's a reason to buy these, then this would be good. However, if we could look at the rest of the event, you'll realize that actually there's not really a reason to pick up these value packs at all, and that's a bit of a shame. So maybe save your contract story gems for this week. Other things you can choose to spend your money on include the Feast package. These packages are a one-time purchase for $100, $70, and $30, so $200 in total, and each of these will get you fragrant privileges, which will get you bonus rewards for using Prophet Orbs this week. Immediately, I don't think this is very good value. This is more expensive than a relay. To get similar rewards from a relay, you need to spend $130, so there's an extra $70 spend here, which I find a little painful. And the rewards here, yeah, you're getting a bit of Prism Story gems, some Cause of Transcendence in there, but it's nothing unique. This is just a relay that is more expensive, and I find that a little bit daunting. As well, you can see there's no other aspects to this week's event, so the Fragrant Garden Party is the only way you're picking up rewards. For this, you need to do 640 Prophet Orbs. You're going to get some cores and extra orbs back for doing that, and then if you move to the reward systems here, Privilege 1 is going to get you a bunch of Cause of Transcendence and chests here that contain Stellar and crystals. The next package does get you sublimation, so that's quite nice. You're getting origin rewards here, so maybe you might just want to pick that up just for the sublimation rewards, but that is $70, so that is quite expensive. There's also chests here with Transcendence Heroes in, so that can potentially be nice. Even Vespera is in there. And then finally, the top rewards here, you're actually not getting as many Destiny materials as one would normally expect, but that's because you're also getting access to these chests that contain monster materials, which are needed to upgrade your monsters and make them more powerful, giving you bonus stats. However, to upgrade your monsters, if you haven't already seen, there is one additional thing you need, which can't be gained from those chests. It's actually treasure train items, and for each individual rune and each individual perk, you are going to need different items. And even if you want to liberate the monster, you need the pink item, which is the Phoenix Harp as well. This is all just for Phoenix. The other monsters don't have these yet, and it does seem like a bit of a weird way to spend money picking up those monster materials. I know some whales might want to do this. Some late game spenders are always looking for whatever edge they can get for themselves. But personally, I find this a little bit uninspiring. I don't think chasing the monster stuff is good, and I don't have the treasure train stuff, so I wouldn't even be able to get value out of these resources anyway. So for me and many spenders in the game, I do think that these feast packages are probably just worth skipping. There's probably better ways to spend your money in the future. The main aspect of this week's event is a Prophet Summon prize reward event, where we're getting rewarded for using our Prophet Orbs. Unfortunately, though, you're not getting anything other than just some 5-star heroes, Seer and Williams, and that for me is not enough to encourage me to spend. Maybe if you're a brand new player, you might want to do 50 orbs and just get some soul symbols. That will satisfy some of the chapter mission stuff you have to do. But anybody else, I just would not recommend doing any Prophet Orbs here. I just don't think it's worth it. However, if you are a newer player, another good reason for spending 50 points is you get a light and dark 5-star, which will help you in Heroic Miracle, which is actually giving Wukong as a top reward. So this is extremely important that you do this. If you have 5 light 5 stars, 5 dark 5 stars, and are able to summon 5 5-stars from every other faction in the game, you will get yourself Heroic Summon Scrolls, Armor, Prophet Orbs, and all of that will accumulate to a copy of Wukong and lots of sweet lollipop rewards, which can help you in the Fantasy Factory, a game mode where you'll go ahead and place these shapes to clear out these different hexagon patterns, and once you manage to clear out this full area, you will get yourself bonus rewards, which will result in more stars for you, and you get lots of stars for doing this, and then you can cash those stars in to pick up rewards. I typically lean towards the right-hand side, getting Resonance Construction Materials and Aurora Stars, and you can accumulate these Aurora Stars for future events to finally spend to get yourself some really nice stuff, including getting Mysterious Artifacts if you wanted to push for that, as that's probably the best way that a free-to-play player can use their Aurora Stars. So you just keep saving up and saving up and saving up until you have enough Aurora Stars to get a Mysterious Artifact selection chest in a future event, as that's one of the few ways to get yourself access to Demon Bell and Antler's Cane, as they are not available in traditional Glorious Treasury events. But to get maximum rewards in the Fantasy Factory, you will have to do the Heroic Miracle. Make sure you log in every day for 5 lollipops a day, and if you need to, you can also spend gems for more lollipops, all resulting in extra opportunities for you to cash in those hexagon shapes and get more stars for more rewards. And that, funnily enough, guys, is everything for this week. We just have the Feast package, which feeds into the Fragrant Garden Party, which needs you to do your Prophet Summons, but because I don't think that's good value, I will not be using my Prophet Summons this week. And then Heroic Miracle is just a nice way to get a Wukong, and you can use Fantasy Factory for passive rewards. This event is super simple. There's no added things to this, and just don't forget to cash in your Beach Paradise stuff today, as this will be disappearing from the week ahead, as it is just something from last week, giving you a chance to cash in the rewards you managed to acquire. Next week is the Card Clash of Illusion. This is really good. This is an opportunity to get contract story gems if you've made progress in Realms Gate, and there's some good passive rewards here. So if you're curious about next week's Card Clash event, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as we will be breaking down this event as well for you guys next Friday when the event goes live. So join us for that one, and you never know, they might add some additional bonuses to this. We could see a really interesting Soul Awakening session added to this as well, and we'll break down whether it's worth you chasing this. And we're expecting some bigger events to come in the future. There is, of course, the Mid-Autumn Festival and all the holiday season stuff coming towards the end of this year. So lots of big events coming up, and it's likely that DH Games will give us more and wonderful opportunities to pick up Grimoire materials, which will allow us to get even bigger stats on our heroes. So stay tuned for that. as hopefully we'll get more opportunities for Grimoire stuff in the future. You never know, they might even add it to the Card Clash Evolution, as this will be our first Card Clash event since the Grimoire was released. So go ahead and stay tuned for that one. I'll see you in the next one, and of course, don't forget to join us on a Tuesday for account reviews. Until next time, have an amazing week, and as always, happy idling.